Here's the kicker, Jason Myers. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
27, 57, come on. 25.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Mr. Hyde, he enjoyed playing across the pond over in London. 19 carries, 160 yards in Week 9. His most rushing yards in a game since 2016 when he was with the 49ers. And he goes out right around the 39. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Now they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hyde. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Hyde. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that?
And the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown. 2 yards. And they are able to...
drive right there, and the key to it all, going forward on 4th.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. Incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Their boy down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Here's Wilson, forced out to his left. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Watson. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Open man, the tight end fails. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Let's go, B, let's go. First and 10. Let's get there. Check.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Angelo Blackson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here. Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here comes Carter. With a first and 10. The Texans offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Try to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. To throw on third down. Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Now a first down throw. Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Carlos Hyde was the target. That'll bring up second down. Well, with that incompletion, let's tap into the useless facts file, shall we? 3 guys with the last name Allen got the start in Week 9. Josh in Buffalo, Kyle in Carolina, Brandon in Denver. All 3 got the win. And, Charles, that's the first time in league history that 3 QBs sharing the last name won on the same weekend.
How about that? And I think for Brandon Allen, his first start as well, so not bad. Now, throw in the guys who have the same last name and their starts. Let's go to 2000. The Johnsons, Brad, Doug, and Rob. And in 1984, we're really digging deeper. I love this. Dave, Wade, and Mark Wilson. Now, to my recollection, none of them were related. Just all had the same last name. Who would you take, the Johnsons, or would you take the Wilsons?
I'll take the Johnsons because I actually remember them playing. But, oh, I'm sorry, you're getting mad at me for that comment. But none of them ever won on the same weekend, so we witnessed NFL history this past week.
We certainly did. Great NFL history. At least Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl.
Now Watson. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The sack there by Rasheem Green. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go, man. Let's bring it. Hey, don't look up. Hey, we got Mike Phillips.
To throw is Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Watson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Mike 50. Don't get nervous.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Texans push further out in front.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but
you don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. On 1st and 10, Watson. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Stills the intended target. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. After the interception, here's Wilson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Wilson. Going to throw again. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, we do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football, and the Texans scoop it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Damage the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. On 2nd and 7, Watson, he's got his tight end. It's Fells. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's go, defense.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Well, hey, we talked about the AFC playoff picture. Let's look at the NFC. That's a different story. You've got Dallas and Philly neck and neck in the East. Then Green Bay, New Orleans, and San Francisco as division leaders. But with only 2 more wild card spots, there'll be some good teams left out in the cold in January.
Yeah, because right now you got Seattle at 7-2, Minnesota 6-3. They would be in as of right now. But the Rams, 5-3, Carolina, and whoever doesn't win the East out of either Dallas or Philadelphia, this is going to be a heck of a battle, isn't it? People are going to have an effect on this conference with every game that's played, maybe even teams that aren't in the conference.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now a give, right side. Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Here's Carson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson gives to Procise on the delay. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They run again with Carson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And that's caught inside the 30. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 52 yards. First down, a run with Hyde. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Watson. And he finds Stills complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, yeah!
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 on the Seahawks' 10-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Third down, Carlos Hyde. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up. Seahawks. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
¡258!
Mike 50,
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down now, it's Jones, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. They'll roll him out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Open man is Gordon, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight another down.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
The kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. He's going to fire one. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try and throw for it here. And that will be it. Play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Carson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. They run it with Carson. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 18. CD, we're already firmly in the month of November, so I want to go ahead and take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Right now, division leaders, New England, Baltimore, Houston, and KC. If it ended today, the wild cards would go to Buffalo and Indianapolis. Do you think those are going to be the 6? Probably some shuffling along the way.
There will be some shuffling along the way, maybe more in seeding than in actual teams, because when you look into who's in the wild card hunt right now, Pittsburgh, Oakland, both 4-4. Tennessee and Jacksonville at 4-5. The way teams are playing, they may just knock off each other. I think all the teams we listed have a heck of a chance of making it to the playoffs.
And out across run, 37 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the score. Them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So 4th down coming. We still haven't seen a punt yet. At least here, they're in a reasonable spot to go for it.
This I can understand. Some of the others, not so much.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And time. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson rolling to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. Coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. They run for it with Carson. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. Here's Rodgers to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. Get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. All the way. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Wilson will throw again. Forced out to his left. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will. Throwing again here, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montravius Adams just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He'll find Metcalf. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Rodgers now to throw.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although